Hello peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Git Tries, Final Fantasy 14 part 309. Alright, we're off into space in a minute. Thanks to Coffee for another comment regarding what I was saying yesterday about have I got enough money to buy a house. He just outlined that it can be a bit difficult to buy, but you can get yourself an apartment, an unfurnished apartment, so I should be able to buy one of them and everything. Now whether I'll get round to ever doing that, I don't know, because obviously we're coming up to the end now. But you're gonna have to let me know in the comments below. Comments, you know, do you want me to carry on playing this when I get to the end of Endwalkers? I don't know. I was gonna finish it and then just concentrate on, you know, the one a day, which currently is Spider-Man, isn't it? And then wait for I forgot the name of it again, the new Bethesda one, which is coming out early next year. Star Quest. Now it's not Star Quest, is it? Something Star something, isn't it? The big open space. Well, they're calling it Fallout in space, aren't they? Traveling, building spaceships, traveling around, completing stuff. So rather than get bogged down with something else, but hey, just let me know. Let me know if you want me to carry on playing this, and start doing the crafting stuff, and you know, getting a house and learning all the different guilds and what have you. Let me know. If you want me to finish it at the end of Endwalkers, I don't know. But if I don't hear from you, I'll finish at the end of Endwalkers. Anyway, back to it, shall we? On this, how are we all doing on this cold Tuesday morning? Bit cloudy, but it's dry. That's the main thing. Hate the wet, but it's dry. Bit chilly. Anyway, we're off. I'll speak to. Oh, help if I had my controller turned on. I know. Dickhead, I am. Here we go. If you would come this way, I will direct you to the bridge. Upon boarding, several cutscenes. Well, I knew this was going to happen yesterday. That's why I had stopped here. Set aside sufficient time. Well, we've got an hour. Is that going to be enough, or is that too much for you lot? Shut it. I can hear you. Right, let's crack on. Got me brew. Cheers, peeps. Yorkshire tea. Come on, Tailors of Harrogate. Oh, delicious. Oh, it's good having it's good having them on board, isn't it? If you get hungry, we can always make a stew.
Welcome to the bridge, everyone! I hope you have everything, because I can't be bothered turning back.
Let's get rid of that mouse pointer. Yeah, nice rabbit stew if you get hungry.
Make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
It's incredible.
This is Fortuno. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The preparations for the summonings are complete. In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site. The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
So, are we ready?
As ready as we'll ever be. Let's get going.
Oh, come on. The burnt-out star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
Oh, what have I done? Have Alfie do the honours. Yeah, go on. Have Alfie do the honours.
Me? But I...
No need to be coy, brother. Do it, and do it well.
Drop him in the shit.
If you all insist. Onward unto the distant stars and beyond. Ragnarok, engage.
Oh.
Engage!
Engage!
Ooh, hey up. Split screen. I'll drink me tea while I'm waiting, aren't we? Off to pictures this afternoon. Gonna watch that. George Clooney and Julie Roberts movie. Not else on this afternoon. So we'll go and watch that. That Chinese restaurant afterwards. Lovely jubbly. Being our dubs. Pretty cool, isn't it? Hey!
That I must carry landwalkers into the sky! I cannot imagine a greater indignity!
Do not sulk so, for thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice. So come, let us revel!
So long as the wind blows freely, I suppose all is as it should be in creation.
Cool. Sorry.
I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce
That's one
the
hell of a
firmament
cleavage.
and fly free!
Like looking into the depths of Cheddar Gorge, that was. Whoa. Okay.
Still in one piece? Good.
Oops.
Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
All values are also within projected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch. Alright, let's go over some points of caution.
A bit late for that now, isn't it?
Our destination, as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness. That's the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway. From what we know of Meteion, she's likely used Dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any. But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Hydaelyn believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves. Just don't do anything I wouldn't, like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits, and you should as well.
So would I. Sod this, I'm out of here.
Understood. We promise to be careful.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive, and the vessel will shake a good bit.
Yeah, but that's always a good sign, isn't it? Flashing red light and a siren.
Hey, what is this? Something is interfering with the equipment. Greetings.
That Meteion? Ah.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
I'll go with Meteion.
So this is Meteion.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters? I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris. Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
We didn't ask for that.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end. Why choose to prolong your suffering? Effort, ambition, love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost. Stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Come now. I speak the truth. A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Just kill her and I'd be done with it.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
Screen's gone dark, the sun's out.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial. And in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury. I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours. Suffocated and extinguished now.
I can't breathe.
You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate to reality, where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end, where those who yet valiantly cling to life cannot thrive.
Did Thancred do it?
By the Fury. Thancred?
Oh.
Meteion has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone? It appears we are at our destination. This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look.
Bear with me a moment, I'm going to have to close the blind, I think. I'm struggling to see what's happening. Back in the room. That's a bit better. Get my leads sorted out. There we go. Right.
Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End.
Who's narrating?
In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell. So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this, the final chapter in the tale of the Star.
Ultima Thule.
Is this a dead star?
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.
Well, hang on, they've got those transporter things, haven't they? And they said if one hits them, they all get transported back to the ship. So why doesn't one of them hit the transport button and then Thancred will come back to them? It's not like they've gone far. Makes sense? Or is that just my stupid thinking? Speak with Livingway. I can't guarantee it will be of help, but I've readied provisions in case of emergency. If you encounter any real danger here, I expect you to return to the Ragnarok at once. Alfie. What we got? Pink dye. Purple dye. Okay. We're fortunate this place can support life, albeit barely, I suspect, given the torpid, stale quality of the air. But never mind that, we must find Thancred. Let's begin our search from the prow of the ship. It seems as good a direction as any. Try not to stray too far, lest we lose sight of one another. What's he got? There. Provisions. He's got nothing. Well, if it's a dead star, there shouldn't be any nasties about, should there? So, shouldn't be. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a dead star, would it? Okay. So, how can it be a dead star if there are dragons? Ruins, but of what, I wonder? Perhaps we can find something to help us understand the nature of this place. Right, let's do a bit of checking. Molten structure. Metallic pillar partially melted. Does not to have been. The damage does not appear to have been inflicted deliberately. Rather, it calls to mind the indiscriminate destruction from the heat of battle. Graham. Look here, this part is relatively intact. Having said that, I swear I've seen this pattern before. Something up here. Einstein. I thought this hill might afford a better view. Poor decision. Perhaps the light from the ship. All is shrouded in darkness. If Thancred is here, I'd never know it. From what I can tell, we are near the edge of an island, if you can call it that, surrounded by floating debris. Speak with Alfie. Find anything? No. As I feared, no trace. There's nothing but emptiness as far as the eye can see, which unfortunately isn't very far. Though I can't help but suspect that someone or something is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close, and then a chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. Leaving me with feelings of death and anguish. No, don't go there. I think I might see something over there. I felt it too when I was near that thing. What are you talking about? There's nothing there. Do they not see them? Before we jump to any conclusions, perhaps we should search elsewhere. Agreed, we've found only more questions when we are in desperate need of answers. There's a first stretch of terrain from the ship's port side we've yet to explore. Let's try searching there then. Can they not see that dragon then? Are we not going to talk about that? Einstein? A word before we join the others. Go away. So they do attack you then. Stay out of the way. And I won't have to kill you. How much further? You see them too, don't you? The dragons. Yep. I thought their presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. No doubt your bond with Midgard Summer and mine with Nidhogg is what allows us to perceive them. Could the apparitions be related to the dragons that now live on Etheirys? Better to leave such conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We may soon find dragons they can see as well. Death and anguish. What happened here, I wonder? Ah, ether. Oh, white dragons. Okay, Alice, what you got?
Dragons? Here?
What you see is a memory of a world that once was. A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
What? Their world is dead?
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse Dynamis with their unending lamentations.
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not? Oh yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words. Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist, in like manner to the oblivion I send. I tried to drown out your ether with Dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed.
Oh, you bitch.
Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul. In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word.
Minge filler.
Survive.
All right, okay.
That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade. Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure. That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
Well then, we should hurry and tend to business. Huh?
It's futile. You will never reach the true me. I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter its nature.
You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
Meteion holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
Oh,
Agreed.
poor Thancred.
We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
Oh, poor Alfie. He's his mate. Not having a pink one. Plum one. Go for the regal. Do 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 do. Oriange. Soul without body, a form of being with which we are not wholly familiar, indeed, for we existed in a similar state when we resided in the first. The circumstances are rather more dire than that, 'tis true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Can you get him back? Regardless, in sacrifice I'm not talking like he does. He's afforded us a chance to prevail. Let's not squander it, and ascertain the nature of this realm, that we might confront and defeat Meteion. Einstein, Albert, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Maybe they can enlighten us. Ask the rest of you to survey. If there is a path that might lead us, we must find it. Very well, we can reconvene here when everyone's finished. Meteion said these dragons are shadow and shade. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation. Please be careful. Let us split up and gather what knowledge we can. First things first. Sorted. Visitor not of this star, could your slender hands bring plague to our world? Your breath extinguishes life's feeble flame. How we would adore you. With time our flesh will wither, our souls fade, and so we wait its inexorable march into oblivion. If you've not come to hasten our demise, I bid you leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. Okay. Something round this way then. That big one up there, is it? No. This one here. Combe Nosk. Beyond that distant vale, paradise lost, so glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came, metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bonds of blood did they share, no conviction did they have to guide them. Crushing defeat, never had we known such shame. Stilled now are the winds, though none could fill these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Oh, wow. Up here. You would speak with me? Folly. I observe the lesson of stone. I not fly, nor speak, nor roar, only watch and wait. One sight yet stirs my blood, tempt me to raise my voice in lamentation. The cradle of unsung dragons, no words, no songs possessed, whatever. Got to go to Arm Knoll, wherever that is. Where's that? Pull the map up, I guess. Right, looks like I've got to go that way then. Go around there, do we? Oh, there is ether. Oh, let's just race past them. Not. So I've got to go down. Piss off. A cave or something then I'm missing. Ah. They led you here as well, did they? I was described to me as the source of their woes. I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground, or was. I've seen similar on Aetheris. Midgard, some as kind, must once have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Vitra said his father was driven from their ancestral home. This then is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around, maybe these eggs can tell us more. Inside the shattered egg you find the remnants of an unborn dragon. The gelatinous half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. Mercury liquid has pooled. The noxious feta is indicative of contamination. But that one's alright by the look of it. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the vicious mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its nesting place. The egg appears to have been broken from inside out. Perhaps the dragonet within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragonet was indeed hatched, there is no sign of it here, or its sire for that matter. We shall look for them. You start with the cliff tops and I'll search the plains. Get back on my dragon then. Going that way. No, we're not. Oh, my chicken still works. Much damage. 5,000. Excuse me. The boisterous howling's been quieted by your hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I had a dragon or something resembling one. I see. What's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps. Some eggs within Amnol are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast you've slain may be of my blood. I did not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it was. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Explain. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame to rebuild. A futile effort. In purest soil, replete with ether, did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What few survived to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny. But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to the other stars. That there are. Many would make the attempt, such bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. Oh, come to Aetheris. It's the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there is another star. Do, 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 do. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed. A pain I understand and wish that I did not. What fools we were. Now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. Oh, you're not going to tell them about Aetheris? Speak with Alfie. Right. Good job I attuned to it. Time. Alfie. Were you able to establish any meaning of full contact? Right, tell them the story, Albert. I see they wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle. Thank you, Albert and Einstein. Albert Einstein. No. As for our part, I believe we are more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading out of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, and so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to judge its integrity. It never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to Ragnarok and asked the Loporrits to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data. Until we know more, I think it's too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Meteion told us before, the emotions dictate reality, might be the key. I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge. So what you're saying, with no way forward. Yeah, there is. Get the dragons to... Oh, mind you can't leave, can you? At present, it is indeed emotion that governs this island. Perhaps it is not Meteions, but the dragons that hold us here. Send them to Aetheris. They tire of conflict, have chosen a path of oblivion, or rather they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons or anyone here on the island to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that is the case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on the history of turmoil and strife. Without irrefutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Midgard summer. Maybe persuasion is not the answer. Mithyan meant to unmake us then and there on the Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in like manner by overpowering the prevailing emotions. Oh, 'twas Ultima Thule's architect Mithyan herself against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them, as such I did perchance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most. Potent enough, maybe, to dictate the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but few words, carefully chosen, their tone and timbre alone threatening to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island. I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me naught against his calcifying heart. Mayhap one of you will fare better. Right, looks like that's what we'll be going next time. I will guide you. Alend, they call him in the dragon tongue. You will find him nearby with his eyes fixed on water. It's him over there then. What do we have to lose? Get going. And you going as well, Einstein? Bugger off and leave me again. Right. The end of another one. Number 309 is down the pan. 3:10 tomorrow. Have a great day, peeps. Enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget about the comments about carrying on with this when I've completed Endwalkers. It'd be nice to know what to do. But anyway, till tomorrow, peeps. I'll see you there.